as I fell in love with episodic TV, you know, right at the beginning of the creation of seminal shows on cable TV, where I realized that the long arc allows you to live with characters in a way that no other medium does, you know, and that is not just a weekly adventure that is open and close in that, but that you could actually follow characters through long arcs that last a season, 2 seasons, and more. I was really attracted to that storytelling form, and I figured out I put everything on a Bible and went to try and get it done as a TV series, and I couldn't on the beginning. So I went in and I loved the story so much that I co-wrote, seriously co-wrote. I didn't hand the papers and that's it. So anything you don't like in the books, it may be my fault. I co-wrote the books with Chuck Hogan over the course of the next 3 years, 2 of which I spent in New Zealand with The Hobbit. And I was writing the same prior to The Hobbit, the first book, and then the next 2 during the development of those movies. And it was, for me, my vacation time. Like, writing a screenplay is purgatorial, because it's really a very dry literary form. And you cannot really exploit metaphor. You have to be careful how you adjectivize. It was a really hard task. But when I was writing the books, it was very liberating. I could do whatever I wanted, which brings me full circle to now getting them done as a TV series, which is in the book. I have no worries about budget or schedule, but coming back to doing it as a TV series, I did. And this is my 5th production in Canada, and I don't need to say how much I love working here. I absolutely adore it. I have the greatest admiration and respect for the crews in Canada. I think that we have formed an incredibly symbiotic relationship. I know everyone. I really get along with them at a human level, but from a point of view of production, craftsmanship, and know-how, I can tell you that they're unrivaled. They're right at the top of crews and technical proficiency with the rest of the world. And little by little, every time I come to Canada, I try to do more and more and more locally. You know, on the Strain, we had the physical makeup effects done in Canada, the digital effects done in Canada, Mr. X, which has done now Mama, Crimson Peak, and the Strain with me. And it's, for me, it's come to the point where I would love to call Canada home. I really think creatively is the best fit for me. And there was no doubt when we started proposing the Strain to FX, we very, very firmly knew we wanted to do it in Canada, because we knew that we could get not only production value in terms of fiscal result, but production value from a commitment and artistic approach to the series. I wanted very much to give it a big movie feel, a big production feel. You know, anything you see in the pilot and in the series is being more ambitious than it should be on a TV budget. But I always found out, as a fat man, as a director, if you give me 5 donuts, I want 6. And if you give me 4, I want to make them last as if they were 5. So that's the approach to production, is you always need to live on a slightly dangerous edge, but to bring something that you shouldn't be satisfied or settled with, and that has been my approach on the Strain movies. We are not interested in just you bringing blockbuster mainstream sensibility. You should be sick and disturbing. I like that, and I try to obey. You know, so we have tried to create a series that turns the vampiric myth on its ear, but also that gives you very familiar characters and so forth. But with the license, to work at it on a network that truly encourages creator and content to be free and to be committed to what you believe in. So it's been a fantastic experience. I went from shooting Pacific Rim over a course of 98 days to shooting the pilot in about 3 weeks. And the pace was so brutal for me. I would end every day and it would feel like The Shining, Tuesday. Then everything happened, a maniac with an axe chased me down the hotel, Wednesday. But it was so fantastic that then I really felt it was not a challenge, but it was actually a way to become more nimble and think on my feet. So shooting this train has been a fantastic experience, and I want to thank FX, and I really think it's a big hello and a big hooray for every Canadian HOD on this project that has felt the support to be ambitious and to be creative, and that have now accompanied me from production to production. A lot of the HODs in the series are the same HODs that I had on Mimic. And Mimic was a terrible experience with the studio, but a great experience on the set. And that's why I keep coming, because I feel truly at home. And the vampires on the train, you always start the vampirization at home. You come back to the ones you love.